I am Nate WL777 and this is Character Piece. Today we'll be reviewing an anime by the name of Gangsta with a period at the end. This was originally released in 2015. It is 12 episodes long. This is an action thriller anime. The story itself revolves around two handymen that are contractually hired both by the mafia and the police to do jobs that they don't want to do themselves. There is, in this town that they live, there is lots of crime. It is overrun by criminals, prostitutes, and dirty police officers. This is a like I said, action thriller anime, and it definitely works pretty well with the story here. There is more to the story than that. There are what's called twilights, and these twilights are humans that are born with special abilities. One of the two handymen is a twilight. The story itself, like I said, works, and it flows quite well. Very solid storyline. I wish that they would have dived maybe a little bit more into some of the background, but they did do a good job addressing that, especially with the two main characters, and ultimately it definitely works well. This is a mob style anime, lots of crime, dirty cops, so very, very interesting story that kept me interested the entire time. It was an easy watch that way. Very, very somber. Maybe could have used a little bit more levity. I feel like some of the comedy, the teeny little bit of comedy that they threw in there, didn't always hit, didn't always work. Probably could have used a little bit more of that. Mostly works on every level though. I very much enjoyed it, and again, it was an easy watch and something I continually wanted to get through. The characters themselves, they do a really good job with. They do flesh them out. Sometimes they get a little bit corny. Some of the dialogue is a little like, you know what I mean? But very little of that. It is a little bit of it. Most of these characters have come from traumatic pasts, and I think again that's where the levity I wish would come in a little bit, because there is a lot of dark content in here, and it works. I think it works. I mean, you're creating this criminal environment, and so these people are really messed up, and they've had messed up things happen to them in their lives, and so that's it definitely works. Just like I said, sometimes it would be nice to take a little step back and be like, okay, this character here is the good character, or the funny one with lots of moral values. Not a whole bunch of that in here. As far as the voiceover work itself, the voiceover work is actually pretty good as well. And again, I think there's a couple of characters that kind of, I wish that they could have been better, but very little. Most of the dialogue works, or most of the voiceover work works very well. As far as the art itself, this is from the same people that did Michiko and Hatchin, and it definitely looks like that. It's that style. I very much enjoy that style. I was really high on Michiko and Hatchin, and it works. They do a really good job creating the environment and the world build around it. I think that maybe just a little bit flat at times, but really mostly very good art. And the character designs themselves work pretty well. I was very, very happy with the artwork. This is not for kids. This is something that I do in all my anime reviews. This is a TVMA anime, very, very adult. Lots of adult content, lots of adult subject matter, nudity, sex, everything. So very violent, lots of violence in it. There is my favorite character. This brings me to my favorite character. My favorite character is Warwick Angelo. He is one of the main characters, one of the two handymen. He's probably the most fleshed out of all the characters. I mean, he's the main guy, so he is the most fleshed out. And I think that he is probably the most moral value out of all of them, even though he's not that moral, to be honest with you, but he's probably got the most out of everybody. And I thought, like I said, I really liked a lot of the characters. I thought they did a very good job. I just felt, since he was the most fleshed out, that's probably the one that I levitated towards the most. He's a tough guy. He is scrappy. He doesn't give up, that kind of a fella, and smart. So That's why I went with him. That's why he is my favorite character. There is some small issues with this one, not a whole lot, but ultimately lost a little bit of points just because of some of the small issues that are in it. I do think overall this is still a great anime. I wouldn't use the word fun to watch it, but it definitely was really good. Like I said, held my attention the whole way through, made me want to get to the end, so I do appreciate that. I am going to rank this at a 9.0. That gets in my upper echelon, and I think that's where it sits, right at the bottom of that upper echelon. It's there. Very, very good. I would highly recommend this to people, especially if you don't need levity in your life, if you can respect some of that. Yeah, as always, I will leave my link below to the anime, and if you got anything out of this review, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment below. Did you watch this? Did you think somebody else was a better character? Let me know what you think. Did I rate this too high? Am I too high on it? Am I too low on it? Was this even better than a 9.0? Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. I look forward to hearing from you next time.